So now quadratic equation. You know what is the equation? Equation is a statement of equality of two algebraic expressions, right, involving two or more variable, right, and that variable is unknown variable is called a equation that you know, right. Now suppose you are given 3x minus 5. So this is simple polynomial because this statement doesn't any meaning. But if I am writing like this, 3x minus 5 is equal to 0, so this statement has a meaning. So this is called a equation, right? Now, in this type of equation, you know, the power of the polynomial, right, depends everything on power of the polynomial. Here, power of variable x is 1. So, you know, this is called a linear equation. Right? Suppose I am taking another equation 3x square minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. So here power of the variable is highest power is 2. So this is called a quadratic equation. Right? So this is called a quadratic equation in one variable. Right? Now you know the standard form of this quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c all belongs to capital R, and the most important condition is a not equal to 0. A not equal to 0, because if a is equal to 0, then this equation becomes bx plus c equal to 0, and you know this is nothing but a linear equation, right? So for quadratic equation general form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, this is your necessary condition. A not equal to 0 must be there, right? Now if alpha and beta are roots of equation, then you know alpha is equal to minus b plus root d upon twice a, and beta is equal to minus b minus root d upon twice a, where d is equal to क्या आता है आपको पता है ना, क्या आता है for this equation? d is equal to b square minus 4ac. d is equal to b square minus 4ac, right? Then this root alpha and beta, right? So this is called a direct method, or this is called as a Sridharan Acharya's formula that you know. Now if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, then the quadratic equation involving alpha and beta, that is sum of the roots, right? So what is your sum of the root that you also know? Alpha plus beta from this equation is sum of the root is minus b upon a, and product of the root is alpha beta is equal to c upon a, right? Now what about the nature of this root? If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, then nature of the root, and everything is depend upon this d, right? If d is less than 0, right, then you get complex root. आपने 10th standard में सीखा है कि if d is less than 0, then root are not exist, you are writing that, right? But now in 11th science, if d is less than 0, then roots are complex, right? ये हम सीखेंगे, complex numbers chapter है उसमें, right? Then suppose d equal to 0, right? d equal to 0, then you know the roots are real and equal, right? So d equal to 0, then roots are real and equal, and d is less than equal to, so greater than 0. d is greater than 0, then real and distinct root are exist. So roots are real and distinct. Right? This you learn in 10th standard. But in 10th standard, you know only this: delta greater than 0, delta equal to 0, d equal to 0, and d less than 0. Then, because this discriminant d is also known as delta also. So if this d or delta less than 0, then we are saying that roots are not exist, that is roots not available. But that is possible for only real number r. Now 11th स्टैंडर्ड में आप लोग कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर सीखने वाले हैं जो r से भी बड़ा है. मैंने आपको लास्ट लेक्चर में बताया था, राइट? तो वो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स में बिलोंग्स टू सी में इसका रूट एग्जिस्ट करेगा भी, राइट? वो आपको वो चैप्टर में सीखने को मिलेगा, राइट? नाउ दिस इज एवरीथिंग फॉर quadratic equation. Now for cubic equation, that is if the equation is given ax cube, right? You know ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. So this is a cubic equation because power of the variable is highest power is 3. So it is called a cubic equation. If highest power of the variable is 2, then it is called a quadratic equation, and highest power of the equation is of variable is 1, then it's called a linear equation. So now this is a cubic equation, and you know similarly as this, if alpha beta, and here cubic equation, so there are 3 roots. So if alpha beta and gamma, right? So if alpha beta and gamma are roots of this equation, then sum of the root is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to, now what is here sum of the root? Minus b upon a. So similarly here also sum of the root alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b upon a, right? Now if sum is minus b upon a, then product is c upon a. So now product here, now here 3 roots, so you have to take product of 2 consecutive roots, that is alpha beta beta gamma and alpha beta beta gamma and alpha gamma. So product of this, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma into alpha is equal to, similarly this is c upon a product. So similarly here also c upon a, right? And this is a cubic equation, so there is another product, that is alpha beta gamma. Now this is minus, this is plus, so this is again minus. Now here product is constant term, right? So constant term upon coefficient of the square, right? So now alpha beta gamma is again minus b upon a. So you have to remember this everything, okay? So now distance formula. आप लोगों ने सीखा है 10th स्टैंडर्ड में, if 2 points are given a x1 y1 and b x2 y2, then distance between these 2 points, suppose this is a and this is b, right? Then distance between these 2 points a and b is ab is equal to square root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, y1 minus y2 whole square, right? And if you want to square this, then your distance formula will be ab square is equal to x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, right? So this is your distance formula, right? Using this formula, you are able to find the distance between given 2 points. Either आप जो ट्राइंगल दिया है वो ट्राइंगल का टाइप्स डिसाइड कर सकते थे ए बी बी सी ए सी फाइंड करके, राइट? कि कौन सा ट्राइंगल दिया है आपको. और फॉर फाइंडिंग डिस्टेंस यू आर यूजिंग दिस फॉर्मूला, राइट? नाउ सपोज you have one example for example, a is equal to 13 minus 15 and b is equal to minus 13 minus 15, right? Then find the distance between these 2 points AB, that is find AB. This is your question, find AB आपको find करना है, right? So what you are doing, you are applying this formula, right? So AB is equal to, applying this formula, square root of x1 minus x2 whole square, so this minus this whole square, so क्या होगा 13 minus 13 whole square. You have to use proper brackets while you are simplifying, right? Plus this is minus 15 minus 15 whole square, right? This is your formula. Now this is minus plus, so this is equal to square root of 13 minus 13, that is 13 plus 13 whole square, and this is plus minus 15 minus plus 15 whole square. Now 13 plus 13, 26, right? So what we get here, square root of 26 whole square, plus this is 0 square, so this is plus 0 square. Now 0 square is 0, so this is square root of 26, so square root of 26 is modulus of 26, modulus of 26, because we doesn't know the answer of this is square root of 26 whole square is either plus either minus, but here this is a distance and distance is never minus, so we are taking answer is 26, because modulus gives you plus or minus values, either positive values either negative value, but here is the distance and distance is always positive, so we are taking positive 26 answer, right? Now you know about modulus also. Suppose you are given modulus of minus 3, then answer is 3, right? And modulus of plus 3 is also 3, right? Now how this comes? Minus 3 is 3, you know only. Anything in modulus is always positive, that you know. But how it comes? See here. Definition for this modulus is like this. Modulus of x is equal to x if x is greater or equal to 0. X is greater or equal to 0. And answer is minus x if x is less than 0. If x is less than 0. Right? Now see here. This is modulus of minus 3. Now, again see. Modulus of x, answer is x, that is positive x. If this x is greater than 0, either equal to 0. So now, if x is less than 0, then answer is minus x. So now, see here, what is this? X is minus 3 here. X is minus 3 here. So x is minus 3, that is x is less than 0. Then what is your answer? Minus of x. So minus of x. So that's why this is plus 3. Right? And this is a modulus function. And the graph of this modulus function is just like this. If we take this as a origin, this is positive x-axis, then you know this is negative x-axis, this is y, and this is negative y-axis. If we plot a graph of this modulus of x, then graph of modulus of x is just like this, in intersection of two rays like this, right? How it comes? We have function y is equal to modulus of x, right? So you know how to plot a graph. If we take x, y. If we put x equal to 0 here, x equal to 0, then modulus of 0 is 0, that is y is equal to 0. If we put 1, answer is 1. If we put minus 1, answer of modulus of minus 1 is always positive. Anything in modulus is always positive. So this is 1. Suppose we are taking another point 2, answer is 2. Minus 2, answer is plus 2. Right? So if we plotting this point, then origin 0, 0 is this. X-axis 1, x-axis 1, y-axis 1. So this is 1, 1. X-axis minus 1 and y-axis 1. This is point. This is x-axis 2 point. Right? 1, 2. This is suppose minus 1, minus 2. Then from y-axis this is 1 and this is 2. Then from y-axis this is 2, minus 2. This is 2. Right? This is 2. So like that, if we plot graph, the graph of the modulus function is like this. So we are going to learn about different type of functions in a chapter called relation and function. Right? Now again back to the distance formula. See what happened here. ये तो यहाँ पे मॉड्यूलस आया तो थोड़ा मॉड्यूलस की भी बात कर ली. Again back to here. Here y coordinate is same. Right? So instead of doing this whole step, remember one thing. In ax1 y1 and bx2 y2, in this, if x1 is equal to x2, if x1 is equal to x2, then AB is equal to modulus of y1 minus y2, modulus of y1 minus y2. पता चलेगा ना? नहीं तो मैं साइड पे लिख देता हूँ. ओके चलो ऐसा करते हैं. आई एम राइटिंग हियर x1 y1 and b x2 y2. Right? If x1 is equal to x2, then distance between these 2 points is equal to y1 minus y2, and if y1 is equal to y2, then distance between these 2 points is modulus of x1 minus x2. So see here, what is it? y1 is equal to y2. So here we apply second formula. So y1 minus y2, right? Then distance between these 2 points, right, is difference of the x coordinate. Now what is x coordinate here? 13 and minus 13. So taking difference of this 13 minus minus plus 13, that is 26. So you can get answer without writing single step. Right? So आपको टाइम बचाना है कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम के लिए. आपको कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम गुजकैट, जेई और अदर स्टेट्स की भी आपको जो अपीयर होने वाले हैं, तो इसमें जो आप ऐसी फॉर्मूला जानते होंगे, आपको पता होगी, तो आप टाइम सेव कर सकते हैं. राइट? अदरवाइज इसमें आपका स्टेप लिखने में टाइम हो जाता है. राइट? नाउ this is the shortest. Suppose for this, if x1 is equal to x2, right? Suppose I am taking a 1 0 1 and minus 1 0 1 and b 1 0 1 and this is minus 1 1 0. Here x coordinate are same. So what is your answer? Difference of this, right? So difference of this, that is AB is equal to difference in modulus, that is minus 101 minus of minus 110. So this is your answer. This is plus 110 minus 101. So you will get your answer very easily. Right? इसके बाद आपने ऐसा भी पढ़ा था कि डिवीजन फॉर्मूला. You know this division formula. If a x1 y1 and b x2 y2 are given and point P, suppose like this, suppose this is A and this is B. Now this is a point P x comma y. If this point P divides this segment AB in the ratio lambda, then origin of this P is P corresponds to lambda x2 plus x1 upon lambda plus 1 and lambda y2 plus y1 upon lambda plus 1. where lambda not equal to -1 and 0. This you know, right? So this is called a internal division. I think you are using lambda is equal to m by n formula. If we substitute lambda is equal to m by n, so lambda is equal to m by n, then your formula will be mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, right? If we substitute lambda is equal to m upon n, then mx2 plus nx1 upon mx1. So in this both formula are same, mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, and here m by 2 plus n by 1 upon m plus n, right? So आप कोई भी फॉर्मूला यूज कर सकते, दोनों सेम ही है, राइट? So using this you have find out different types of points, right? One example is there, just a minute, just given 2 points and you are आपको बोला गया है कि आप इसका ट्राइसेक्शन पॉइंट फाइंड कीजिए, राइट? आपने ऐसा एग्जांपल भी सॉल्व किया है, राइट? फाइंडिंग द ट्राइसेक्शन पॉइंट ऑफ द सेगमेंट गिवन. So let us see. Suppose this is point A 2,1, right? And point B is 8, 10, right? And question is find the trisection point. Suppose P1 and P2 is your trisection point. That is, this point divides this segment AB in equal 3 parts. That is your question, right? So P1 and P2 divides this segment AB in equal 3 parts. आप क्या करते थे? आप P1 लेते थे. P1 divides this segment in 1, 1, 1. This is part, 3 parts are equal 3 parts, right? So we are taking ratio lambda is equal to 1:2. That is 1 upon 2, and get the value of P1. After getting this P1, आपको P1 मिल गया. इसके बाद ये P2 जो है वो P1 और B का मिड पॉइंट होता था. So apply formula for mid point, right? If we take here lambda is equal to 1, that is lambda is equal to 1 means this point P divides into equal parts, 1:1, 1:1. Suppose we are taking m upon n, then 1:1. So mid P is the midpoint. So if we take lambda is equal to 1, then what happen here? This P becomes x1 plus x2 by 2, right? And y1 plus y2 by 2. So this is the formula for midpoint. So applying this formula, you get P2. आपको P2 मिलता था, right? So you can get P1 and P2. So this is a long procedure for competitive exam. See, क्या करना है आपको? आपने सीक्वेंस चैप्टर 10th में पढ़ा है, अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन भी आपने पढ़ा है, एपी, राइट? तो कोई टर्म जो दिया है इसका डिफरेंस सेम होता है, आप उसको एपी बोलते हैं, अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन, राइट? इसकी एन टर्म जो होती है टीएन, वो क्या आती थी? a plus n minus 1 into b, right? So applying this formula of AP, right? इसके बाद इसका सम भी आपने देखा है, सेम चैप्टर हम 11th में भी पढ़ने वाले हैं, राइट? तो आपने देखा होगा कि मैं जो बता रहा हूँ वो चैप्टर आप सब पढ़ के आए हैं, तो ये सब रिवीजन ही हो रहा है. शायद ये 2-3 लेक्चर में आपका पूरा सिलेबस ही फिनिश हो जाएगा 11th का, ऐसा लग रहा है ना आपको, है ना? तो ये सीक्वेंस चैप्टर में आप पढ़ के आए हैं, एपी अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन. सो इसका अप्लाई करेंगे तो क्या होगा? ये ऑल पॉइंट्स आर, दिस ऑल पॉइंट्स आर इन एपी बिकॉज़ डिफरेंस इज 1, डिफरेंस इज 1, डिफरेंस इज 1. तो क्या करना है आपको? पहले डी चाहिए, तो आपको डी निकालना है. डी कैसे निकालना है? तो ऐसे लिखना है b माइनस a अपॉन नंबर ऑफ पार्ट्स. क्या करना है? d is equal to b minus a, this is point b minus a upon number of parts. तो पहले हम x कोऑर्डिनेट के लिए सोचते हैं, तो x कोऑर्डिनेट के लिए क्या होगा d 8 minus 2 b minus a, that is 8 minus 2, so 8 minus 2 upon number of part is 3. तो क्या है आपके पास d 8 minus 2 6, right, by 3, that is 2 आया. So your d is 2 now. Now add 2, because you know in AP first term is a, second term will be a plus d, third term will be a plus 2d, fourth term will be a plus 3d, and this so on. You will get a plus n minus 1 into the nth term, right? So first term is a. So if we add difference in first term, we will get second term. So p1 is your second term. If we apply add d in second term, we will get a plus 2d, that is third term. So this is third term. If we add d in this third term, we will get fourth term, that is our second point, right? So because these are in AP, these are the terms of AP. So see कितना जल्दी हो जाएगा. So d is 6 minus 6 by 3 is 2. So adding 2 to here, this become 4. Again add 2 to here, this becomes 6, right? And add 2 to here, 8. So we'll get our 8. Now easily see for y coordinate, 10 minus 1, 9 divided by number of parts is 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3, right? So d is 3 now. So add 3 here, what you get? 4. Add 3 here, 7, and add 3 here, 10. राइट तो देखो आप कितना पूरा 1 पेज का एग्जांपल सॉल्व करते थे, वो एग्जांपल हमने एक ही लाइन में सॉल्व कर लिया. पता चला ना कैसे करना. अगेन एक बार बताता हूं. सी b minus b is equal to b minus a अपॉन नंबर ऑफ पार्ट्स लेना है. ट्राइसेक्शन पॉइंट है तो 3 पार्ट्स आपको पास होगा. तो 8 minus 2 कीजिए. सो 8 minus 2 6 डिवाइड बाय नंबर ऑफ पार्ट्स इज 3. 6 डिवाइड बाय 3 is 2. Add 2, 4, 6, 8. 10 minus 1, 9 divided by 3, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 3, 7. And 7 plus 3, 10. Right? तो ऐसे बहुत सारे शॉर्टकट्स हैं. राइट? तो ये सब ये भी एक चैप्टर है हमारे पास. कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री आपको सीख के आए हैं, वो भी एक चैप्टर है हमारे पास यहाँ 11th स्टैंडर्ड में लाइंस. राइट? और बाकी जो रहा वो हम कंटिन्यूएशन में सीखेंगे. ओके, थैंक यू.